Hey guys, Thetcglover here. Haven't made a video in a while. As I said in every video I ever make, I always say I haven't made a video in a while, but that's because I really haven't this time. I think the last one I made was something to do with my box opening, and I made a video after that. Been away for a while, but today we have a little discussion to talk about, and that is the factor of this format, right? It's got to the point, right, where this game, it's like the side deck, okay? The side deck is important, and you basically have to cater all 15 cards of your side deck now to the deck that's going to beat you the most. And for pretty much everyone who isn't playing Dragon Rulers is going to be the deck that you're trying to beat the most. That, and then Prophecy, and then Evil Swarm, and so on. So, you know, all three of those, the triad of decks, have a kind of like agreement with each other to kind of annoy you in different ways. Evil Swarm do their stopping special summons anti-meta crap. Prophecy do their stupid searching, so they can just search for anything they want, and they have that stupid Fate with Jalgun combo. And Dragon Rollers just spam the field with a change of heart on legs and a card that can pop once a turn. Absolutely ridiculous. However, that's the thing. We're not winning. I've seen, you know, tournament listings and stuff, and seen what people have been doing for top 32s and stuff in their nationals. You know, most of the nationals in Europe and other places in the world have finally emerged on the top 32. And it's come to my attention that basically we're losing, okay? If you're not playing Dragon Rulers or Prophecy, then you as a tier 2 deck are losing, okay? We just can't keep up with them, they're just too good. And what I've noticed is that a lot of people are playing their deck as if it's just, you know, my deck does what it does. You know, I built my deck to the way that I want it to be, and how the deck is supposed to work. But the fact is that you can't do that anymore. This format, there's so much dominance of the tier 1 decks in the top 32 of nationals that you can't just side your outs anymore. You're pretty much guaranteed to play. If you get, like, let's say there's 8 rounds in the nationals and you go 4-0, if you haven't played one of the top tier 1 decks, you're going to play a top tier 1 deck eventually. You know, if you just go undefeated all the way up, you're going to be playing a good amount of Dragon Rulers, you know. And if you can go undefeated by beating them, then you're a good player, I have to say. Even if you're not playing the deck, even if you're just super good against the deck. But what I'm saying is that the deck is so dominant now that you have to main outs. Okay, I've seen deck lists now that are basically being preemptive because they're thinking I can increase my chances of winning this match against Dragon Rollers but in game 1 I have a card that is good against them. And I don't mean something like Book of Moon to book their Dragasack so you can dark hole it, because that's just situational crap. But what I'm talking about is maining stuff like Imperial Iron Wall. Like, if your deck doesn't get hurt by it, then there is no reason why you couldn't main it, because you could theoretically flip it up turn 1 against them, and then they can't really do anything. They can just do their baby dragons, and then they have to pop with Dragasack, and then they can do stuff. But if you protect it with other things, then it's actually a really good card. But that's not just it. There's other things as well. It's like little tweaky things that change, you know, like Book of Moon instead of Lance, you know, because actually Book of Moon is good now against those decks because they don't main Lance. They have no way to stop your book. And, you know, something like this, Angel 07, people can main this in stuff like Frog Monarchs. It allows you, you know, as soon as it's tribute summoned, it can negate all effect monsters, so it can't even be Veiled. It stops Maxi, it stops all the Dragon Rulers, it stops everything. So it's really, really fantastic. That being said, you know, if your deck can't main outs this format against the best decks, then you're going to lose, okay? You can play your deck can be Mermails, okay? Let's say you have Mermails, and your deck is really good at what it does. You have the free Megalo, you have the Abyss Lead, you have all the, you know, all the great cards over like Abyss Sphere, Abyss Gun, you know the best deck list to play the deck. But if you're not maining free Maxis, free Veilers, and maybe something else even to try and counter the best decks, maybe even Droll and Lockbirds in the main, I don't know, then you're going to lose. You're going to lose more often than not, and that's a real shame that the game has come to that point where you have to basically just find 40 cards in our pool of 8,000 cards in this game, and just try and find a way so that all the 40 cards have synergy to a point where they are really, really good at beating Dragon Rulers. You can just main 3 of every card that's going to piss them off, and you will beat them, but obviously that means that you're going to lose to every other matchup in the game because they will beat you. But then they lose to Dragon Rulers, so it's like, if you're playing Dragon Rulers every single round, then you're very lucky, and also you will win every round in that case. But that isn't going to happen. You know, you can't do that. You can't just like side your main deck in your side deck, and you can't have your side cards in your main deck in round 1, because you're going to lose round 1 pretty much 95% of the time. So with that discussion, I would like it if you commented down below and talk to me. Say how, if you main side cards now, right? If you in your turn, if you're round 1, your game 1, you are maining your side cards because you think that you're going to be playing against a deck that you just can't beat unless you main against them. So yeah, don't forget to like and definitely comment what I asked before, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have recently, you've been great. I'm actually doing really well on subscribers now, like 630-ish. So thanks very much for subscribing. You've been great. Thanks for all the support on all of my, you know, private messages and everything like that. Thank you very much. So yeah, until next time, guys, the Thetcglover is out.